Go!
Hey everybody, welcome to this week of the Kyle and Not Kyle show. I'm Kyle,
I'm not Kyle.
and we're going to be switching things up for a little bit. We're going to be doing our picks first, just due to some time constraints with the Thursday night football matchup between the Chargers and the Chiefs happening in about an hour and 10 minutes from when we're filming this. So yeah, so we'll just get started right off. We have Thursday night matchup, AFC West rivalry. Kind of a one-sided rivalry as of late.
Still rival.
Yeah,
I mean-
yeah. Well, I think what was that crazy stat earlier in the year? The Chiefs under Andy Reid have only lost one. He's like 9-1 in divisional games. It's some crazy.
He's played more than 9 divisional
Yeah, he's
games.
played no.
Been there for 3
He's
years.
only lost one. Whatever it is, he's only lost one divisional game or something. It's this ridiculous stat. I am taking the Chiefs, but this is one of those games where I will not be shocked if the Chargers win.
Well, this is one of those games to me that the Chargers. You want to make a Super Bowl run.
You've got to win here.
You
Yeah.
don't think you're going to lose to them here. They're going to get a week off to rest, and then you're
Mhm.
going to come back and beat them after
Yeah,
you play
you're
straight
not.
through.
You've got to beat
You
them
got to
here.
beat them now.
Right,
And
beat
it's,
them now.
they beat them now. They play Denver and Cincinnati.
Yeah,
or
something like that. Something like that.
No, Baltimore. They play
Baltimore. Okay.
Yeah, at home. They play Baltimore at home. Your odds of winning those are I would say, better than average.
Yeah.
After this week, the Chiefs have to go to Seattle
Yeah.
and play Seattle. So if the Chargers can win, the Chiefs cannot lose
Yep.
to Seattle. Now, here's the thing with the Chargers winning. All I'm looking at is if they would get that week off, because there is no home field advantage to a stadium that only holds 25,000 people. The Chiefs came in and slapped them around it after first time. But can you imagine the turn of fate if the Chiefs are leading everything and then all of a sudden they're the top wild card team?
Mm-hmm.
Who would want to face them?
No one.
Be like, okay, well, we want to settle the score down here.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Chargers just because I have them as my Super Bowl pick as well.
So real quick, we're just going to recap. So after a somewhat disastrous last week for me, with
Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots. You closed the gap a little bit. So I currently sit at 38-19. He sits at 37-20.
And right off the bat, first game tonight
Yep.
could be farther away
Tie
or
it up
tie it
or
up.
pull away a little bit more. So this is the week in the NFL where the schedule starts getting wonky. We have some Saturday games. I believe it's the first two on our list, isn't it? The Browns.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right here. So we have the Browns are going into Denver to play the Broncos. Broncos are currently a 3-point favorite, and then the Texans are going to New York to play the Jets, and the Texans are a 6-point favorite. I think I'm kind of shocked it was that close.
I'm taking the Browns, and I'm taking the Texans.
I am as well. I think the Browns are the better team right now. They're certainly better at the quarterback position. And one of the things
The
for
only
me,
thing is going up to the mile high. And
exactly.
December.
The thing for me with that is, Baker Mayfield and Jarvis Landry have finally seemed, over the last few weeks, they finally seem to have developed a chemistry together. Because that was the issue the first few weeks that Baker was going, was Landry was not. They just weren't on the same page.
No, it wasn't. He wasn't on the same page. He was getting double teamed.
He's always getting double teamed, though. That's
no,
the thing.
no. Not this last week. He was not getting double teamed. That's why he was open so much.
Yeah, but I mean, so Jarvis Landry's finally starting to get the numbers again, because he was always getting yards, but it was nowhere near what people were expecting him. Like what he's getting right now is what people were expecting all season long.
Well, and you can expect now Mayfield to put up anywhere from 5 to 8 times a long ball.
Yeah,
just shucking it down the field.
Yeah.
Now the Sunday game.
Oh, this is interesting. Sorry, the odds have updated. Now the Broncos are only a 2.5 favorite, and the Texans are now a 6.5 favorite. So they've jumped as the favorite, and Broncos are dropping as the favorite. I think like I said, I think it should be a bigger advantage for the Texans. I think they're gonna because they just lost.
I don't know. They imploded. They imploded against the.
So I think they're
Colts
gonna come
at
together
home.
this week, and they're going to just pummel
If-
the Jets.
If it's snowing in New York, it's a different ball game.
Yeah.
And if it's windy, it's a different ball game. And the elements favor the Jets.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Only because the Jets can't. They're not as high powered as the
Yeah.
Texans. It was
Yeah.
slow Texans down. But the Texans defense they've got to be more consistent.
Exactly.
They got
yeah,
so
I'm,
much money on that defensive side.
I'm taking Houston. You
Yeah.
said you're taking Houston as
Yeah.
well, so we're in agreement on two of them so far. Then we got a lot of matchups on Sunday. We're gonna be doing a little bit more picks, a few more picks a week, just because now we're getting into playoff scenarios,
And
like
these are
playoff impact games.
Impact games, yeah.
So
Even as odd as it sounds, the Cleveland Denver
exactly.
is playoff
Because
potential
I
for
believe
both
if
teams.
either of them, whoever loses, I believe
If
is
Denver
the winner.
loses, it's almost impossible
Yeah,
for them to come back.
it's if they lose, then it's one of those 18 different things have to happen in the next 3 weeks for them to make the playoffs.
No, they will be mathematically unable to take anything in their division.
Okay.
They would be the farthest guy out
Okay.
because Cleveland would beat them. If Cleveland could lose a tie. Now that's gonna. If somebody ties, it's gonna get long.
Oh boy. Yeah. So yeah, going to Sunday.
So
We'll save that for last because that's a late game.
yep, New England, Pittsburgh.
Another rematch in the Steel City. We all remember how last year ended. That crazy
Mm-hmm.
drive where Gronkowski just emasculated the entire stadium, and then the ruling that had everyone upset for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Did they change?
Yeah, they changed.
Now
because, yeah.
it would happen.
Yeah. So I'm taking New England, but I agree. They're only a 2-point favorite.
I'm actually gonna take the Steelers.
You're taking the Steelers, huh?
Yep. They're due. This would make I think if they win,
They are
they can't beat the next two teams. They will lose. They'll spend themselves.
Yeah.
So this is and they can't lose. If they lose this, the odds of them then going into New Orleans and beating New Orleans, because this is where it gets. This is where their lead. And here's the thing: you can't beat New England at home.
You're not beating the Saints on the road.
No, you're not. You're not beating it. No one's afraid of you. No one's afraid. This has to be a. New England can lose this game. It doesn't really affect their
As long
seed.
as Houston loses, we're good. If Houston wins, we have to win this game.
No, for a
because
bye.
we've
You're
got
used
to-
to a bye. That's not going to be happening very much in the future
I
for
know.
New England
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
This might happen, but New England has a much more difficult
Yeah.
schedule than Houston,
Yeah.
and it makes for good football. When
Like I said, this is one of those games. You got two teams that are both coming off angry losses.
no.
And
I understand New England being angry because the Miami, they're still running the ball on them,
my
and that crazy flip flop. Pittsburgh lost to Oakland. That's not angry. That's you just got your lunch money taken from you. You didn't even know it happened. And I don't care. I don't care how it happened. You lost to Oakland.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's gonna be another one. I have a feeling it's gonna be another one of those last minute. Whoever has the ball when the clock reads 1 second left is probably gonna win. Yeah. So
And being at
Steelers
home,
are 2-11.
that's it.
Steelers are 2-11 against New England.
Yep.
So or against
I'm
Tom
taking
Brady and
only
Bill
at home.
Belichick. So
At home. That's the only thing. And I think last week New England got exposed.
we
This
haven't
is
been
how-
able to stop anybody with the run all year.
Because if Connor comes back, he's a good running
If
back.
Connor comes back, then yeah.
Which they haven't made. It's
I
a
will
game
not-
time decision.
If Connors comes back, I won't be at all surprised if we lose.
But this might be why New England. This game might be why New England picked Sony Michel.
Exactly.
So we'll see.
Yeah. So it's honestly that's gonna be a good game.
I don't want Pittsburgh to win. I'm getting just irritated with Pittsburgh in general. I think it's good for football if Pittsburgh wins because it shatters all that stuff.
The,
then he
the
has
whole
to go,
AFC picture just
well, and
changes.
everybody has to play
Yeah.
till the last game.
Yeah.
And that's what as a football fan, I remember those years the Colts were like, well, we don't have to play our last 5 games because we've already cinched our division, and it doesn't really matter. It's like,
Yeah. So next up we have
Miami and Minnesota.
Miami and Minnesota. I do believe that.
No, wrong game.
Did I pick on this game? Yes, I did.
I have Minnesota.
I have Minnesota as well. They're 7-point favorites, only because they're at home. It'll be interesting to see.
And the Dolphins are not. Dolphins defense is not Seattle's defense.
No.
I'm sorry, it's just not.
No, it's not. It'll be. I'm interested to see how the offense looks now that John DeFilippo has been fired. I always thought that was kind of an odd match with him and Mike Zimmer and him and Kirk Cousins. I just didn't think he really fit there. And yeah, it's at home, so I'm taking the Vikings.
Next,
then we
Green
have
Bay at Chicago.
Green Bay at Chicago, and I do believe if the Bears win here, they win the division.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
And they're 6-point favorites. I'm taking the Bears
Absolutely.
because of that because it's that defense at home with a chance to get a little bit of payback for Week 1.
Well, and you heard what Aaron Rodgers said, didn't you?
No, what did he say?
Well, we got to go into Chicago when we've won there quite a few times. Yeah, it was. I don't think he's afraid of that defense, even though that's the defense that crushed his leg. I mean, but we'll see. It's just like
now I'm rooting for the Bears.
no, the New Orleans Carolina game. The apparently they sent Cam Newton.
Yes, no,
broom.
not them. Cameron Jordan
Yeah.
sent him wine and a broom.
Yeah, because they've swept you.
And he was upset about it.
Well, he was. It's one of those things.
And now he said, "I
you
want to
gotta
return
win.
it to the sender."
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I did see something about that.
So we both got Chicago. Now this game, which I think is Dallas and Indy,
Mm-hmm.
2 dome teams. If Dallas doesn't win, Dallas loses.
Mm-hmm.
I still think they're going to win their division because the division stinks. So
Yeah.
much. But they're going to rest their guys in the last week because there's no way they can get higher than the number 4.
Yeah.
So all that being said, I'm taking Indy.
I'm taking Dallas. Colts are a 3-point favorite, but that defense every week that defense just impresses me more and more.
How does Andrew Luck do what he's been doing? And this is one of those games to me. We could play dominoes, and I could change every time I won. Okay, this time if you win, it's Dallas. Okay, I won. Now this time it's Indianapolis. I'm taking Indy because it's at home.
Yeah,
that's it. And I'm not saying Dallas is going to let up, but I think they're going to overlook this team. I think they're just going to overlook it.
Yeah.
Because they just came off that big win.
Oh,
against
what a
Philadelphia.
win! What an Indy! That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
In Philly.
Yeah.
So
No, that was in Dallas.
in Dallas.
In Dallas,
In
they
Dallas.
beat Philly in Philly earlier in the year.
They swept.
Yeah, swept them.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder who's gonna be sending brooms. Anyway.
They don't have a good enough. They don't have a good enough record.
So then we're coming to the Sunday night game, which
I wasn't gonna pick Philadelphia even with Wentz. Now with Wentz being
I'm
out,
not picking him.
now
No.
it's the Rams. Rams by a country mile.
Yeah.
Mainly because to say that they have to beat them is an understatement because they have to beat them. They don't need to beat them. They have to beat them. And like spanking them, kind of.
Oh yeah.
Beat them. 44 to 17 type of.
Not even
spank.
that. 44 to 3.
No, Philadelphia will score. They always
Yeah.
score.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's gonna be close.
No,
I think the Rams are gonna just walk all over them.
Yes. Especially with no wins. They're
Oh,
asking
yeah.
Foles to come in now. Okay, week 1, here, this guy right here, his name is Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Watch him press our center.
Yeah. So and the Rams are looking for a little bit of juice back after Sunday nights. I love to call it a football game. I want to just call it
That was an awesome
a
football.
defensive practice.
That was a throwback.
Oh
That was-
no,
that was a
I love a good defensive football game, and
Well,
I loved that game.
And that's one of those which every time they make a dome, that they go away from that. That's one of those. It's the elements. It's
Yeah.
part of football.
Yep.
And Chicago is the only team in that division anymore that plays outside. All the rest of them play indoors.
Packers.
Oh, Packers play outdoors too. But Minnesota used to play
Yeah,
outdoors.
they don't anymore.
They don't anymore, and so did Detroit. And they don't anymore. So it's like half that division is, and I just there's something about the elements.
Yeah.
Well, you saw it totally shut down the Southern California team.
Yep.
The elements were
Oh,
playing
yeah.
playing a part.
Yeah. So we're both taking the Rams, and then we have
New Orleans at Carolina.
Monday night.
Now, this only because they're my Super Bowl pick. I'm not going to be shocked if Carolina beats New Orleans in this game.
Carolina's your Super Bowl pick?
No, New Orleans is my
Oh.
Super Bowl pick.
So what?
No, I'm going to take them because they're my Super Bowl pick. But I'm not going to be shocked because the last two games, New Orleans has looked flat.
Yep.
Against Dallas and last week against Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Now, flip side of that is Tampa Bay is the team that beat them first game of the season.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay. And Dallas played the best game they've played in the last 17 years.
Yeah.
So I'm going, okay, that might be, you just got some really stiff competition when you were expecting to blow people
Yeah.
away. So, and it's a divisional game. But I'm gonna take
Here's your, I'm taking New Orleans too. They're 6-point favorites. Cam Newton has just looked very subpar to me the last few weeks.
He's throwing the ball. I don't know whether this year he's throwing the ball like a pitcher.
Yeah.
It's straight overhand and drops down. There's no arch to the ball at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
McCaffrey looks fantastic.
McCaffrey always looks
absolutely
good.
fantastic.
I love McCaffrey.
He gets better every game.
Exactly.
And Carolina's defense looks good.
Yeah.
It's hard to. I remember the year they went to the Super Bowl. The offense got the ball inside their 50.
Yeah.
Like 80%.
Yeah.
I mean, it was some crazy
Yeah.
number.
Yeah. I remember you and I talking about that too.
This year it's almost the opposite because they're getting. Newton's got a ton of picks. They've got a lot of fumbles.
All right.
So this has some swings.
Yeah.
It says 1,
Yeah.
2,
Let's see. 1.
3.
Yeah. All right.
So it could
Yeah.
flip flop or get worse or
Tie
still
up.
be
It could
well,
tie up because we have 3 different picks.
Yeah.
So if I go 1 and 2 and you go 2 and 1,
Or you go 0 and 3.
or
Well,
I
if you go
go
0 and
3,
3, you're going to be mad because that means New England lost
oh yeah.
to Pittsburgh.
Even worse. All right. So yeah. So that's our picks. Enjoy tonight's game, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Go Chargers.